Hey guys, it's Jennifer Mackey of Project Yes Life, and
I'm Nathaniel.
and
I'm Liam.
And Liam. So we actually just did a 15-minute video on this exact topic, and the microphone was not working. So we are hoping that this is going to come to you and it's going to work just perfectly. So we're launching something, our weekly live Mad Monday videos. And we're going to be doing these videos every week, and we had planned to launch today. But the incredible news this morning that I connected with about Vegas, it really kind of rocked our world this morning. And so we wanted to be able to shift what we were focusing on today, and because our life school experience shifted today. When we are in the wake of this type of news, we need to come together and we need to just talk, and we need to be connected, and we need to find a way through this. And so what Mad Mondays is about, and what our project, the Full Booth Project, hey guys, is all about, is about cultivating heroism. But this madness that happens in our world happens in two different ways. Madness can be the crazy of what happened last night for those people in Vegas. But there is also a madness that is passionate and beautiful within each one of us, a little quirky, a little crazy. We often talk about mad being a great thing. Hey guys, about how all of us in this life, when we are passionate about what we want to create in the world, we walk this razor's edge, and there's a 1,000-foot drop. Hey guys, and that 1,000-foot drop is brought on by anger and frustration and worry, and we can definitely plummet off that edge. But the other thing we can do is what? We can soar. We can soar into the sky. But how we soar is actually about being able to help each other don our cape, to be able to come up with missions that allow us to feel connected to one another, and then to be able to soar in what we do for ourselves. First of all, being able to center and pull ourselves back off that edge, and then also to be able to come together, to be able to care about others, and to show our love in the world. And so what happened today was we were all feeling a deep sadness. Thanks for joining, everybody. It's so beautiful that, thank you, Anne from church was saying that it's so incredible to see the two of you. And so we wanted to be able to turn today around. And as actually the minister at Hillhurst United was talking about, when he was sharing about some very sad happenings in the world, the crazy that can happen, we have these paths, and we talk about it in that language as well too, that we have a choice when we are in challenge or chaos, and one choice is to be in that anger, that frustration, to plummet off that edge, and the other choice is to be able to come together and find a way to love ourselves and each other better, and to come out on the other side. And so today we shifted up our life school. And we decided that we would brainstorm on a list of how we can make the world a better place. So as we are doing this, we want you to share your thoughts. And I might not get all to them in the live broadcast, but we're actually going to be, hi, Laura, happy, beautiful day to you. It was lovely to connect with you online about this too, Laura, today. And we decided that we wanted to talk about more of what the world does need. And so why don't you dive in, guys? Liam, why don't you talk first about what your first suggestion was and what you think the world needs more of, honey bun?
I think the world needs more love, because without love, that's where all emotions come from love or fear.
Yeah.
So without love, we don't really have anything, and except for fear, which is not good.
That's right.
But I think the people should feel love more.
Absolutely. And what does that tie into? You're also talking about this, the idea of freedom and choice. Talk a little bit about that, honey.
People need to be able to be free and to feel that they have choice in their life and choose what they are doing.
That's right.
And choose how they live.
That's right. And we feel so grateful in North America. Hey?
Yes.
To be free and to have choice. But choice doesn't just happen to do with economics or, the political climate of where we live. It is about the choices that we're making each and every day for our maximum potential. Are we living the life that we imagine, that we know what we deserve, that we desire, and how can we create that? And we do lots of work in values action alignment. And so that whole idea of choice is super important. We need to know that we have choice, because that's what makes us feel free and free to love. Hey? Awesome. Nathaniel, can you talk about this one?
Hugs. You need hugs.
That's right. And so what do you offer to our family all the time whenever you offer hugs? I was saying to Nathaniel when he wanted to share that one, that's beautiful, honey. And we were talking about the fact that it is whenever I feel sad or whenever there's a challenge going on in my world or for Liam or for Todd, Nathaniel just has this way of looking right at us and saying, you know, do you need a hug or can I give you a hug? And when you get that hug, you feel magical. And so, Nathaniel, you just wanted to tell people, stop and give hugs, right? And where did that come from? You were sharing in our last video, but you were sharing about where it came from originally, the video we saw.
There was a guy blindfolded and he was hugging all kinds of people like he was blindfolded and his sign said free hugs and he was doing this.
That's right. A lot of you will probably remember that viral, amazing video where he was just feeling all that love. He just blindfolded himself so no one felt that awkwardness. And then he just was hugged up and loved up by so many people. Thank you, Karen. Good to see you. Hi, Sandy. Good to have you guys here. How beautiful to feel like we can join in this. And we are actually going to be doing these videos on Project Yes Life on our page. And we decided that we miss having this personal connect, but we will moving forward. We're going to have them on our Project Yes Life page. So back to what we were chatting about. So what else, guys? What else do you want to share? What is this about? What else do we need?
People need to feel respected.
They need to feel respected. Hey, a lot of times. And, you know, we were talking about the gentleman that committed that act last night. And, you know, I know that there's a lot of anger and there are so many suffering people today. Our nephew, we just found out, I saw that he was safe. He lives in New York, but Alex, man, you've had some close calls left. And so he was just 2 hotels down from what happened in Vegas yesterday, and he went to another concert. So we are so glad you're safe, Alex, and we're glad you're out in the world living that beautiful life. But we just were, so it really hit home for us. And we were talking about this gentleman, where he would have had to go in his life to ever make the decision he did to hurt the people that he did. And there would not have been a lot of love or respect or kindness on some level in that man's life. And so this is so important that before it gets to that place where someone would make a decision like that, that we are doing all that we can to love and to respect and try to get at the root of the challenges that people face, and that we're helping those with mental health issues, and that we're coming together. And, you know, these topics are difficult as a parent to discuss with your kids. You just want to protect them. But we need to get real about where things are at. And we need to be able to talk about how we can raise this next generation of extraordinary game changers, so that you know you can make a difference and that you can choose as best as you can to live in a world of peace.
And then you were so right. We should all live like we're blindfolded.
So we should all, yes, Anne said we should all live like we're blindfolded and love without the ability to judge. That is beautiful, Anne. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want, if you have thoughts about the ways in which you feel the world needs to be, I want you to add those comments. We're going to put this all together and send it out to our massive email list about, you know, some ideas. So please share yours with us, whether you're watching this with us live or whether you're sharing afterwards. We'd so appreciate that. So what else, guys? What about this? What do we do on a regular basis?
Okay.
We do mindful meditations.
It's about being aware, hey, and being mindful. And that's what allows us, we talk lots with regard to this madness piece and walking that razor's edge. We have so many beautiful tips and tools in our world. You can step here, it's okay. And so many beautiful tips and tools in our world now that allow us to come back from that edge, for us to be able to center ourselves, to ground ourselves in love and peace, to remember why we need to be the people we need to be in this world, and to be able to center and love each other better, and love people in the world better. And so that begins for us with mindfulness and meditation, whether that's, you know, playing your music or going for walks or sitting in meditation, or we lit a candle today for all those beautiful people in Vegas that are coming together to love one another and to grieve together. It doesn't matter how your mindfulness comes to you, but that you put practices in your life in place that allow you to come back to center. Hey guys, so important. So we talk lots at the Phone Booth Project about what? About what, Liam?
Visual observers.
About being vigilant observers, hey? And we were talking about what vigilance means.
Right.
It means being dedicated. Hi, sweet Kyla. So good to have you here, honey. We love you so much. being that vigilant observer is about being vigilant, about being clear about it. It's okay. Don't worry. They could see, not to worry. So being that vigilant observer, and then not just seeing it, but then being aware of it. Hey, being a compassionate thinker, thinking about people in compassionate ways, seeing the homeless person on the street that needs a conversation. Or we always stop, don't we? We always stop and have a conversation. We stop and we listen when someone's playing music. It's really important for us to connect with one another. The people that are going through what they're going through shouldn't feel like they are ever going through it alone. Hey, guys. And what else? About conscious.
Oh, sorry. Conscious co-creation.
Conscious co-creation. So what are we doing with the Phone Booth Project with our book?
We are trying to make people feel not so alone.
Yeah, and to be able to share their gifts. Hey, so we're through this book that we're writing, it's just about collaborating on some of this. So the last year you guys did the Mad Hero, the Own Your Hero party. Hey, what was that about? Tell them about it. What was the Own Your Hero party about?
It was about
being a hero.
We would suit up as our hero, and like it doesn't have to be a superhero, but any kind of hero, like a person you really admire. You would dress up as them and just talk about them, and we interviewed all the people. It was really awesome.
Me and Liam dressed up like our parents, mom and dad.
Mom and dad, and it was really. They wore dress shoes and mini skirts and dress tops and makeup. Hey, boys. So he dressed up as mom and dad, but it was about coming together. We joined with the other people in the community, Crystal and Vernon and their beautiful children, Eliza and Aeneas. We joined with some other folks that came and showed up and made the food and helped to organize. Liam and Nathaniel interviewed every person about who their hero was and why and what made them tick. And then we shared that video with those that attended the party. And all of it was to raise money for what?
For the YWCA.
The YWCA of Calgary, for the women's shelters. So these collaborative projects, we can come together with others to be able to make the world a better place and create events or fundraisers, or even just, going out, and we put hero notes around town every once in a while, don't we? And we just remind people that they are heroic and we love them, right? So what else, guys? What else?
Sparkle Thoughts.
Sparkle Thoughts. So can you tell what Sparkle Thoughts are about?
Sparkle Thoughts, if you can't pull over on the road.
Or can't be with someone, right?
Or you can't be with someone, then you send them Sparkle Thoughts.
And what are Sparkle Thoughts?
You send them good thoughts.
Good thoughts and love. And we used to say when you guys were small that you never know when that sparkle thought might tap somebody. So when you send the sparkle thought, Liam and Nathaniel used to say, how come the person's not smiling? I'm sending them my best sparkle thoughts. I don't understand. And we used to say, you know why? Because that person maybe doesn't need it right this second, but at some point during their day, they're going to feel a tingle of that thought. And we know that energy has power. And so all of this is just about remembering that in these times of crisis and challenge, we may not be able to be there for people physically in person, but we can think of one another. We can pray for one another. This morning we were praying all morning, weren't we? And we were just sharing our thoughts, and we were conscious of how we personally in our own lives can do more for one another by being aware of self, aware of each other, being all of these things for each other, and then how can we contribute back out into the community and into the world. So if you are a person right now who is facing what happened in Vegas, if you are facing, the aftermath of hurricanes or earthquakes or fires, if you are just going through your own personal challenges, we just really want you to know that you're not alone, and that we're thinking of you, and that we're lighting candles for you, and we're sending you our thoughts and prayers. And Liam, you made a comment at the end of our last video about joy. Okay. And we know that kids have that. You got your number one thing is about feeling joy. And in the midst of challenge, you don't always feel as though you can see or ever experience joy again. But we want you to know that we're surrounding you with that love so that you can return to peace, that you can return to joy. And those of you that are feeling strength, that together we can do more of this in order to be able to be more for those people in the world. Is there anything else you boys want to add about anything at all?
Not really.
No.
Just
Wishing
Feel
you
joy.
Yeah, feeling joy and love and feeling connected. And we really appreciate you joining us live. We appreciate you that, if you're watching this video afterward, please do add your inspired thoughts. Hey, Aldo, good to see you. Great to connect. And Jean, really awesome to have you here too, honey. And so please add your inspired thoughts. What would you do? What do you think the world needs more of? What do you think you could share or you would inspire others to share? What do you think are the challenges, and yet how do we come out on the other side? Hi, Minerva, sending you lots of love to Spain, honey. Mwah, love you, honey. So thank you all for joining us. Please do, add your thoughts. If you haven't got our free ebook, it talks about this vigilant observer, and it's free. It just comes to you, and you can just tap that at gift.madheroguide.com, and no www, just gift.madheroguide.com. And we just wish that you are being and experiencing more of what the world needs. Hey, guys. So sending you lots of love. Mwah! Blowing kisses to all of you, and we look forward to seeing you every Monday. We're going to be doing Mad Mondays. We have themes. If you sign up, if you get your free ebook, you sign up for our newsletter, and we're going to be doing this inspirational. This is our first one, all three of us, and we're going to be doing our Mad Mondays every Monday, talking about different themes, and we're hoping that just inspires and meets you where you are, and that we can all just be more for the world. Until next time, thank you so very much. Lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.